just wanna hold you.
Alright, so we are back from Starbucks, but now I'm back and I've been meaning to do this vlog for you guys. And I've been debating, right? And had this been me maybe 3 years ago, this wouldn't have gone through my mind. I'm as personal can be, and stuff like this I just simply wouldn't expose myself to or put out there. But I felt it was very important that I share this with you. I'm sure that if I was going through something like that, I'm sure there's a ton of people also going through what I was going through. The reason why we're held back from doing what we want to do is because of what people think about what we do. Hey, you want to grow your YouTube channel, you want to grow your Instagram, we'll want you to document the journey.
Yeah, it's a hot day. I'm hanging in the sunshine. You should hit me with the splash gun so I cool down. Won't you come on over? We can party till the sun's down. Baby, let me buy you a drink while we're dancing a blink. I could go for some Queen Bee too. Bass is going boom boom. If you're looking for some crazy, I'll tell you everybody's standing in a line for the water slide. You can come on over, we can take the roller coaster. And you know everybody's looking for a ride in the water slide. Water slide.
So it all started on April 20th, 2018. Close to a year from now. This happened at about 4 o'clock in the morning. Again, I've always been a morning person, and that one day was just another day that I woke up early. I did the usual, right? And my usual back then was I'd go to the kitchen, I'd put the water for the coffee, I'd wait till the coffee was ready by watching the news. Occasionally, I'd journal myself. Not a whole lot of interesting things going on then, so I really didn't care to journal myself. It was one of those things where it was like once every other day. 15 minutes later, I'd make myself my coffee, and no matter what the weather was like outside, it's never bad here in Southern California, right? And by the way, like as I'm talking about this, like I'm a little nervous, and I'm just nervous, and I'm even going back to those days. I'd make my coffee, and then I'd go to the drawer where the cigarettes were at. Yeah, I used to smoke. If you've ever had that, it is a very good combination. Don't try that. It's so good, it's so bad. It's horrible. It's bad, so don't try that. So I did that for a very long time. Every single morning, I came back inside and I said, this is not me. This ain't me. Sitting on the couch like I always did. I felt heavy, I was overweight, I was fat. It just wasn't me. And so that day, I decided that I was gonna change my life around. I decided that I wasn't happy with the way my body looked. I wasn't happy with the way I felt. Even though I'd have no problem waking up, I just felt drowsy. I felt tired. I felt bad. So that day I said, you know what? That day I decided to put myself on a 90-day challenge. You know, they say it takes 21 days to build a habit. I was past that. I was tired, not interested in habits. I'm interested in changing my life around. So this was a 90-day challenge. Like no ifs, no buts, no options. 1, I was gonna stop smoking. 2, I was gonna stop drinking coffee. Number 3, I was gonna start working out. Number 4, I was gonna set goals. Now, mind you, I'd been in this business for already year-to-date 12 years. Thank God. Thank be to God. Thanks to my hard work, thanks to my dedication, thanks to everyone that supported me, thanks to my wife, thanks to my clients that have trusted in me, thanks to my agents that trust and rely on us. Thank you guys. Like I've had a very, very good career. Been blessed. So prior to that, like my life was on automatic. Everything was good. My relationship with my kids, my relationship with my wife could have used some help, but it wasn't the greatest. And quite honest, truth be told, everything affects everything. I let myself go. right? And starting to gain weight. I'd eat anything. So within that 90-day challenge, right? So I was gonna stop smoking. I was gonna stop drinking coffee first thing. That time, first thing I did was, the first thing I implemented, right, was the juicing. We started making green juices. We started eating nothing but organic. My nanny came in that day, literally had her throw everything in our pantry, everything in my fridge to the trash. I felt bad because I'm not one to throw stuff away, but I was done. Everything out the trash. From that point on, no more Vallarta, no more Ralph's, Sprouts, or Trader Joe's. So that was the first thing we implemented. Number 2, I wrote my goals down. Now earlier I was telling you that I've always done well, right? Like money has, thank God, has never been an issue. But I realized that I hadn't written my goals for 2018. And I mean, it was still a good year. Things were good. It's not like we couldn't pay our mortgage. It's not like it wasn't like that. I was just on automatic. That day I also discovered that, shoot, I didn't write down my goals. I wake up and I'm just on automatic. I have nothing to look forward to. Like, this isn't me. That's not what defines me. That day I wrote my goals down. I wrote that we were gonna go out on vacation. I said I was gonna buy my wife a truck. I said I was gonna do this, do that. And so sure enough, about 30 days later, 45 days later, we went on vacation, right? We went to Sayulita, one of the best trips we've had in a very long time. And prior to that, I don't remember the last time we traveled, but we've always traveled at any rate. So I started juicing, I started eating better, I started to feel good. I lost, and by the way, by this time I was weighing 190 pounds. Like, and if you know me, you know I'm a short guy, right? I'm like 4'9". Not. I'm about 5'6". At that time I weighed about 190 pounds. So if you could imagine 5'6", 190 pounds, right? And I don't have a big frame, right? So the thing about us is that we grow forward. My pancita, my stomach, right? And especially at that time, I was, I enjoy beer, so I'd have beers. You can imagine how I looked. And then the following thing, I said, you know what? The 90 days had passed. I'd wake up at 4 o'clock. I'd write my goals down. I'd do the juices. I started cooking. I never stepped foot in the kitchen. My wife was very happy about that. So I started cooking for all of us, right? I started doing the juices. I even did the grocery shopping. It was a big shock de la noche a la mañana. It was a big shock from the morning to the next day. I don't know how you translate that saying in English. It was just like that. So the other important day that changed everything for me, June 17th, 2018, I had already been eating good. We had already been juicing. I had lost a good 15 pounds by then. You start eating better. You start taking walks around the park. You start taking walks around your neighborhood. So that day, I'm like, okay. I said, I'm going to the gym tomorrow. That day, I bought a membership to the gym. It had been a good 12 years since I last stepped into the gym, right? I'd given myself the option to buy it for a year or do it month to month. So I bought it month to month just to see what happens. The following day, which was the 18th, it was a Monday. I woke up at about 4 o'clock and I went to the gym. I've been going to the gym ever since then. I'll tell you, and I'm gonna share with you some pretty personal, graphic videos, pictures of how I look. At that point, I was working out 5 days out of the week, right? I take Saturday and Sunday off. At that point, I didn't have a diet, so I pretty much ate anything organic, and then on the weekends we would cheat, okay? Because that's kind of like what the word on the street is. Nah, it's not the way it goes, guys. Not the way it goes. Small baby steps. And by the way, I'm not big on baby steps. I'm all in or all out. But because of what was changing for me at that time, it was important I take those baby steps. September 27th was the first date I started training with a personal coach. Prior to that, for about a good week, I had been shopping for different personal trainers, right? I had looked in the gym. I had gone online, Yelp, Google. I'm a big fan of, look, I'm gonna hang out with the people that I wanna be like. I'm gonna befriend people that have relationships that I'd like to have. I'm going to get mentoring from people that make more money than me. I'm going to business related, right? That's just the way I am. And so I was gonna hire a coach that had the body that I wanna have. I'm not gonna hire, you know, at the gym I'd see, and there's nothing wrong with this, guys. No, by all means, like, you're all free to do whatever the heck you want. I'm just sharing my journey with you and the way I think. At the gym, I had inquired with different trainers, right? And even at the front desk, and I asked them, hey, look, where are the trainers? I wanna get trained by them. So I interviewed with a couple, and they just didn't have the physique that I was aspiring to have. Okay, so long story short, I logged on to Instagram, and I was talking to a couple of different people. Finally, someone replied, and the guy had the body that I aspire to have at 35 years old. Okay, I'm 35, my trainer's 30. He's already won several competitions. He looks like I would want to look, what I'm striving for, what I'm working for. Since this is regarding my journey on working out and body and how I used to feel, etc., we're gonna keep it to that. I wasn't about to hire someone that didn't have the body that I am shooting for. I believe that you can't teach me what you haven't accomplished. Just simply can't, right? In life, in business, in economics, you just can't. September 27th, first day I started training with him. 5 months with this trainer. Tuesday, so initially we started training 2 days out of the week. His schedule started to open up. We started to train 3 days out of the week. Now we're up to training 4 days out of the week. And I'm on a strict diet, high protein, low carbs. Since then, I've cheated. My coach has allowed me to have, let's see, 3 cheat meals, I believe. The first one was for my wife's 40th birthday. The second one was for New Year's Eve. And the third one was on my birthday when we went to go see my sister Lucy in Oklahoma when she got proposed. Mind you, for my wife's birthday party, we traveled to León, Guanajuato, Mexico. We were there for 7 days. Mexico has the best food, and it's not good for my diet. We went to several different restaurants, and my kids were enjoying the food, my wife was enjoying it, everybody was enjoying the food. Shit, in some occasions I paid, and I didn't even eat. Right? Shoot, in some occasions we would drive by, we would be walking, and there'd be some lady selling some fresh, just out of the oven bread, or some out of the oven, or out of the fry pan churros, and I'd smell them, and I'm like, you know what? I'd buy them and I'd give them to one of my kids, or I'd buy them and I'd give it to my dad, or I'd buy them and I'd give it to my wife. But that's how committed I am to having my best body and living my best life, and just sharing with you everything through these vlogs. And you know, and I also want to share with you, like, and I used to think that was hard and it takes long, but I will tell you, look, hard was prior to April 20th. That's hard. Living the way I was living, not being able to go to the park and keep up with my kids playing soccer is hard. I'm very competitive, and I'm not gonna let a 7 or 10-year-old beat me playing soccer. I'm just not. Remember, we went to the park one day and I couldn't run because my knees hurted. Couldn't do the whole biking situation. I would not look forward to summers. I'm looking forward to the summer. Shoot, I already know, I already have a cabana set for Vegas. We already have a couple of concerts that we're going to, El Día del Grito in Las Vegas. And life's too short to not take care of our body. Last I found out was we're only given one body while we're here. We're only given one life while we're here. And I was living my life like I had 3 or 4 or 5 or 7 more. I was treating my body like I had a spare liver, like I had a spare heart, like I had a spare lung in my trunk, literally. Not eating 7 tortillas for breakfast, not eating huevos divorciados for breakfast, not eating or not having my coffee with half and half isn't a big deal. because what I want and the vision that I want for myself and my family is much greater than the instant gratification that the huevos rancheros or huevos divorciados give me, or the refried beans, or tacos de al pastor with freshly made tortillas. I see them sometimes, and I'm not gonna lie, they look delicious. Will I ever have any again? Sure, but not right now. No, and here, the reason why I'm doing this, right, is because I realized my kids were getting bigger. I realized that we weren't doing any sports. Now, remember I told you earlier that how you do it, like everything affects everything? So look, like we've been on this journey for, and by the way, my wife and I are on this journey now. She followed me after like 6 months after, actually 4 months after I jumped on this journey. But like, for example, I go to the gym, I'm very outgoing now, I eat very well. And so what we did is we recently signed up for soccer, right? A soccer now plays in a legitimate club. Like what team do you play for?
I play for the Titans.
He plays for the Titans. He actually had to try out for this team. He made it, right? Mm-hmm. And so where did we go yesterday?
We went to the place that gave you the merchandise.
Yeah, one of the Titans customizes like the Titans jerseys and the Titans backpacks and all that stuff.
Everything. So I mean we didn't do that before, right? And actually I didn't look forward to that because I was tired, right? I felt tired. My back was hunchback. It was just a very bad feeling. I'm sharing this because it's very easy to do. It's just a matter of you deciding. Just like buying a house may seem something that is unachievable. Buying a house may seem like something that's unattainable, right? Especially if you come from a family where your parents never owned a property, or you don't know of anybody that's owned a property, right? You want to know something? In my culture, or in my family, I'm not going to talk about my culture, but I'm going to talk about my family. In my family, my immediate family, right here, or even in Mexico, like none of them have a six-pack. As crazy as it sounds, none of them. Because of how we eat. That's all it comes down to. And their lifestyle. I mean, occasionally they play soccer like on the weekends, and then after that they grab a couple of beers. That's not what I want, though. That's not the athletic lifestyle that we want here, right? So like I'm on my way to having a six-pack. I'm going to have a six-pack. Actually, have I told you?
It's your goal?
Have I told you what my goal is, the end result?
No.
Okay, so here's what the end result is. So as I was younger, when I was about 18, 19 years old, my goal was that I was a bodybuilder, that I actually competed. I was young, so it was easier for me to do then. But for another reason or another, I just didn't. Right? It just didn't happen. So the goal is that I compete. I compete.
Like American Ninja Warrior?
Sure, yeah. No, not that. No, I want to go on stage, and it's men's physique is what it's called. And you go up there, and then they decide. There's judges that decide that whoever has the best physique wins that competition.
Best body?
Best body, correct. And there's up to first, second, and third place. Again, I was going back. I was saying that it seems hard, unattainable, because we don't know what we don't know. I've been going to the gym since June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. 8 months, right? Been training with my coach for 5 months. You see what I've accomplished in 8 months, and see that's on the after pictures. And then look at the before pictures. See what I accomplished in 34 years. So it's hard to be out of shape. Check this out. And let me know if you agree. But come here. So check this out. Let me know if you agree. It took me 34 years to get out of shape. It took me a matter of 8 months to get into shape. What's harder?
To get out of shape? Because
it takes longer.
Yeah, because you can feed your body, but your body will use that energy,
right?
And the fat will slowly store. So it takes longer because the fat
like stores up and stores up, and it's slower. But when you're constantly burning energy, you burn faster than you can chew, basically.
There you go. So for those of you, and for those of you that think that getting in shape, having a six-pack is hard, you know, I'd encourage you to think about that twice. It's not. Eating the bad food, eating McDonald's, eating the pizzas, eating the huevo rancheros like I used to, like almost every single morning, that's hard. It's easy to eat clean. It's easy to be healthy. It's easy to go to the gym. It's easy to take care of your body. But there's a saying that also says that a lot of us don't do it because, you know why we don't do it?
We're lazy.
But no, not. But we don't do it because it's also easy not to do. It's so easy not to do that we say, you know what? Whatever. I just won't do it. I'm going on a skinny branch and I'm sharing this personal journey that I'm proud of. And I know a lot of us go through that. Shit, I even became like unhappy because of all the stuff you would eat, everything you'd put in your body. It sounds crazy, it sounds corny, but it's true. I'm doing this with the intention to let you in on my personal life and share what I went through, and also share with you that it's very, very possible. It's very easy that you change your life as well, and that you change the way you think. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Do it for yourself. I did it for myself. I didn't do it for anybody else. I did it for myself first. And I'd encourage you to do it for yourself because you are the most important person. Your body. Right? They say your body's your temple. You only have one body. Why not take care of it? I hope you found this useful. I hope that you got something from this. And if you did, I'd appreciate it if you please share this, if you give it a thumbs up. If you're interested in knowing what diet I'm in now or how I did it, look, shoot me a text, shoot me an email, drop a comment, reach out. I know it sounds easier said than done, but the truth of the matter is that it's easier. It's easy. Your desire to achieve your goal has to be greater than temptation. If it's not, then you ought to revisit your goals. If you allow yourself to cheat, if you allow yourself to like let yourself down, then that means that your goal isn't you don't want it. That's not your goal. You know what I'm saying? It's that easy. It's just a matter of you deciding that you no longer want to live like that. You want to start going to the gym. And you don't have to like sign up to the gym today. You know, it starts with eating an apple a day, like Jim Brown says, right? It starts by instead of having a late heavy dinner, have some crackers and have an apple, right? Then you're going to take a walk around the park or a walk around your house. And then you're going to think about going to the gym. And then you're going to do the juices, green juices. Did you guys like them?
Yeah,
they were good, right?
They were tasty, but the beets.
and then you're gonna eat healthier, and then you're gonna do the, then you're gonna go with eating organic, etc. It's a domino effect, as corny as it sounds. It is. Well, I'm gonna go have my fourth meal.
Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and dong that bell. Yeah,
please do all of that stuff. And I'd appreciate it if you share this. And then, by the way, I'm a loan officer, so I do home loans. I help people finance homes. So if you know of someone that is interested in buying a house, or wants to buy a house, or has thought about buying a house but doesn't know where to start, like, look, give them my information. I take care of them, and we'll take it from there. Thank you all very much. I'm gonna share the pictures. I'm gonna share the pictures with you, and let me know what you think. Thank you. Say bye.
Bye.
Say bye, Adam.
Bye.
So look, I mean, remember I said everything affects everything. So we even went as far as buying a scale. We weigh everything. There's no meal that does not go unweighed. Every single meal that we have has to be weighed. So this is for my fourth meal. And you know, I've always been a structured guy, so it really helps that everything has to be weighed and that I have it at a certain time. It just adds to the lifestyle. So Here's our meal. 7 ounces of chicken breast, 1 cup of broccoli. And again, preparing your meals is easy. Preparing your meals is easy. Making carnitas or making lengua is hard. My wife and her mom made lengua today because we have guests coming over today, but I mean, they'll be having this. I'm not gonna have any of that stuff. They will. This took them 4 or 5 hours to make, so you tell me what's easier.
And it doesn't look as healthy compared to this. Now what looks better, that or that? Make a comment down below.
Oh.